Wesley, welcome aboard.
Hi, sir.
Thank you so much
Pleasure.
for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, welcome.
Very nice to be here and be part of.
How do you? The weather's not
Well, it's
too
hard.
bad. It's hard, right?
It's hard to sleep at night because
It's the windy.
the wind is very noisy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you get you got a room near the flagpole where the?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's very very windy and it's cold. I mean, last night my game finished late, and as we were walking back, there were a lot of sand flying through us.
Oh yes, because of the
Flying
sand
towards
dunes.
us,
Yeah.
So it's
It's tough at the moment.
but still, it's why can't see. It's why can't see.
Exactly.
If there's 76 here, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't a prestigious tournament. I wouldn't be torturing myself.
It's suffering. Wesley, of course, today you played the reigning world champion,
And it's
Magnus, and it's first time.
First time, yeah, first tournament game.
So your moment in the sun, you wake up this morning, it's
And
the first thing on your mind.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's not like breakfast.
First thing
that comes, okay, now I'm going to play Magnus Carlsen.
for the first time.
For
So
the first time with black.
First time is always the hardest.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you get more and more adjusted. So opening move C4. Of course, you come to the game, you think to yourself, he could play E4, then you're preparing for E4,
Yeah,
you're preparing for D4.
Preparing
No.
F3. I mean, he might even go B3, you never know.
B3, G3.
Usually just look for a game, but
And now that he plays the English, do you think to yourself, okay, should I be ambitious? So before the game, you think to yourself, if my opponent plays a C4 English, I could go to the Nimzo Indian, which you chose. Or should I be ambitious and play E5?
well, first of all, it's very, very hard these days to be ambitious with black
True.
against anybody.
Never mind the world champion.
Against anybody in this tournament. I mean, I've seen games where black players push too hard in an equal position and they just lose quickly.
Exactly.
So just got to be objective with them.
So your objective, you decide to start very solidly and take us through.
And I played, E6, wasn't expecting. And then he transposes to the Nimzo Indian.
Exactly.
I mean, which is normal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did the Rubinstein variation E3 throw you
here,
off? Because he
no,
could play...
Not really. Here he plays 3 moves, knight after queen c2 and e3.
Right.
But
Go ahead.
E3.
So E3 was not a surprise, but maybe Queen
Castle.
C2. If you expected him to play D4 in the Nimzo Indian,
And
you
Queen
might have
C2.
thought Queen C2.
Yeah, of course. Queen c2 and e3 are the 2 main lines.
Exactly.
But played queen c2 myself. I think I have already 20 tournament games with white.
Wow. So you're very experienced with the white side as well.
Yeah, I usually get draws. So I'm kind of not worried about. But anyway.
But do you
castle.
find yourself pressing, though? Do you...
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit pressing,
Yeah,
but
but the
too
point
many
is,
draws.
when you play a variation for many times, your opponent becomes better and better every game. So
Exactly.
they prepare and adapt for it. So castle is the most flexible move.
Exactly.
And here, I was expecting the main
Bishop
line bishop
D3.
D3.
Yes.
But
Knight
this,
E2.
I also played this myself.
Mm-hmm.
And here I don't want to play bishop D6
Because you're
because he was
afraid of
gonna play
C5.
C5. And it's kind of similar to the Anand Carlsen match, except the bishop is on C1.
Right.
So I don't want any of this because bad memories. Bishop E7,
Mm-hmm.
take. And I played this actually last year. I went knight F4, but
Mm-hmm.
against like Van Wely. But anyway, G3 is good. And this is all. Who are those people talking?
You're going to have a press conference very shortly, so we will...
I thought those are people watching my
tweets,
game.
tweets or something.
But rook E8. I
Okay.
mean, this position is very flexible for black. I wasn't sure during the game. Another plan would be C6 with the idea of knight E8 and then F5. But I'm not sure. So rook E8. The point being that I just wanted to be able to meet F3 always with C5.
Precisely.
So I'm not sure where his preparation ended exactly, or if he
Mhm.
even prepared for our game. But he went B3 and H6.
So you're both kind of waiting. You're waiting him to declare his intentions with
Yeah,
f3 so you can play c5.
Here I'm intending to put the bishop. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just waiting to meet after with c5. So he doesn't want to do that.
All right.
And of course I don't play c5 because, you know, when I
With-
play c5 he takes, and after takes his pawn on e3 is
Solid. Yes.
very So yeah, waiting game.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of putting my bishops out of reach from his knight or his pawns. So here.
Everything was okay up to here, and then he surprised with move bishop b2. Did that move come as a surprise to you as it did to me? I expected him to play bishop a3 right away.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that it doesn't transpose to the game position.
Yeah,
But
maybe
did
you're
you,
right.
Did you follow bishop b2?
Yeah, I was
Or did that
expecting
move
bishop
expect? You did expect it, in fact.
Yeah,
Okay.
because, you know, he the secret to outplaying your opponent is trying to keep as much pieces as possible.
He wants to give you the rope
Yeah,
to
I
hang
mean,
yourself. Yeah.
Even though this position looks simple, I'm sure he was trying to outplay me.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you're right. Bishop a3 is slightly more accurate
Okay.
because my bishop on d7 is not very ideally placed right
No.
now. So here, I'm kind of surprised by queen d1.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he would just go rook e1, rook d1, f3 maybe.
Right.
Queen d1. And here after knight bd7, I'm very happy with my position because as you can, if
You have great
take a look,
bishops.
my pieces are all
Excellent.
very well placed except this knight on b6.
That's right. Exactly.
So with this idea, I want to put my queen on b6 instead of the knight. And
Right. Develop your rook on a8
Yeah.
and you're very,
I-
very happy.
I think here he realized that he doesn't really have any chances. His only chance is, he can be slightly worse if he becomes too ambitious.
You mean he hasn't outplayed you?
But
not yet.
Probably not today.
Exactly.
not today.
All right.
So here, if he doesn't play bishop a3, he just
Right.
slightly worse.
Exactly.
Take here. It's all very logical.
Now this move actually it surprised me because I was thinking that okay, you're going to spend 3 moves to bring your knight to b4, yeah?
Yeah, but
But what else?
else?
What else are you going to do? I
maybe
was
knight e4.
precisely. I was thinking. Well,
Yeah.
it seemed like you were going to play queen b6 a moment ago,
Yeah.
and you moved away from it. Why did you reject queen b6 and say rook d8
Well,
and knight e4?
Queen b6 we go rook a2.
Okay, rook d8
just-
and knight e4. What you said.
Yeah, waiting game.
Well, maybe this knight on d7 was going to come to f6 with some of. So in this position, which is a very
Yeah.
concrete question for you actually, Wes, if you take on c3 and you take on d3,
And
can white really be better?
well, I don't think it's better, but I don't think
I mean, because the bishop on g2 is a bishop,
he's looking at the
but
solid
it's
pawn
looking at a
structure.
pretty solid bone structure.
Yeah.
Not too
And
much
if-
in this position. And no, you went knight d7. I was going to go knight f6. Sorry, I apologize.
You don't want to put knight on b4.
I'll
But the
put my
problem
queen
with this is, we can go rook b2 and slowly prepare ideas of b4.
Queen b4.
Take. And here maybe this will be a typical Magnus game where he outplays people like that.
And he just presses you on b7 one day.
Yeah, this might be
Fair enough.
how he tries to win games. Huh?
Okay. I
Might
didn't
be.
think it was really that much, but you have come up with an interesting idea, knight b8.
Yeah,
We got to
here.
here.
Yeah, I don't think
All
it's
of these moves.
anything.
Was e4 surprising? Because
I
that
was-
releases a
I thought
lot.
he was gonna play knight a2,
Exactly.
but I was gonna go back, and I think he does nothing better than knight c3.
I see.
Because if queen d2, knight e4,
That is clear.
yeah, so
Quick question for you,
nothing
Wes.
real.
In this position, e4, is f3 too slow?
Yeah, it's too slow. I believe so. Because if f3, I was just gonna play queen b6.
e4.
This knight is hanging.
Uh,
And even for example, say like this one,
King
h1, rook d8, and e4 is not
again,
not
problems
possible.
with d4. I see.
Yeah, or
Okay.
also if you want to go for f3,
Mm-hmm.
e4, the knight on e5 is not well placed in
Right.
that case. For example, here even, I mean, what is white gonna do? He cannot push his pawn.
Right.
So I don't think black has any real worries.
Issues.
Yeah, so this is probably too much to play for a win.
Sorry, last quick question here was f3. Sometimes you see this kind of ridiculous
Yeah,
killing ideas. You're not afraid, or well, because I just this is not. There's not a lot of opportunity for white otherwise, because
maybe I think knight d7.
knight d7, f4.
I see, now we get some chances.
Well, I don't know if I do actually. I'm not convinced either.
Maybe this is his best way if he really wants to
To
win.
try to get some imbalance. It's just
It's not bad. And then
as a thought.
what happens if g5 take f4? Too dangerous.
Too dangerous. Yeah. Just to show that to our
Yeah,
viewers.
maybe.
If
Yeah.
this is a line where at least white could harbor ambitions. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, but that did not occur in the game. What has happened
maybe you're
was
right.
very straightforward. In fact,
Well,
at this point, you're
I don't
not better. He's not.
I don't think I'm better here actually. I mean, here, rook e3. I was thinking rook e8, but still it's not better. Let's just go knight c4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is also a draw. I
Clear.
mean, yeah, a draw. Although, of course, against a player like Magnus, you have to be very careful because he might just trick you and suddenly play for a win. I mean, I've seen many games from him because I analyze his games with a board. So I've seen many games from him where he's slightly worse, and then he plays for a win and wins. So
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe he can win this position. But although
And a quick question, because
B5.
B5 was
B5.
accurate enough. Have you given the move rook d8 any thought?
Are there any tactics?
I hope
I
not.
think you hope not.
I have blundered something terribly.
Rook d8.
Well, there is a weak pawn on d4 after all.
I think I've seen something here. I mean, he just
Were you still afraid of knight c4, maybe giving
Knight
up the
c4.
a5 pawn?
takes
And giving up the a5 pawn somehow.
b5.
There's rook e8 check.
Yeah, that's one of his tricks.
One of the tricks for white, yeah.
Maybe this one is good. Queen e8.
Uh-oh, careful.
Maybe you're right. No? Rook d8. Wait,
Rook d8 is served.
I was kind of worried about such moves like, let's say, queen g4, queen takes d4 doesn't really work.
No, that seems to be in your favor.
Is there any knight jumps? Knight g4. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
No, please.
Oh, no tricks, yeah.
No. I
Yeah, if
didn't
white
see-
doesn't have any tricks, then it's good.
Yeah.
Takes. And b5 is a strong move here, I think.
Yes.
But he can go rook e5. And still with the idea, if you take, then rook e8 check.
Rook e8 check. Aha.
And then have to go here, and then maybe he can take this pawn now.
Yeah. Then now the knight maybe is not quite so trapped. As
Yeah, I
a
think this
moment
is what
ago.
I saw, knight c4.
Fair enough.
Takes.
Well, very nice,
Well,
solid draw
yeah,
is
here
black.
I think queen e4 is very important because
Mhm.
if I go queen d7 takes, and then this pass pawn.
Well,
pass
whose
pawn
pass
is
pawn
fair.
is better though? You got
Well,
yours.
the point is after here you just this move.
Centralization move, queen d4.
Yeah, and he's basically cheating.
Oops.
Using some. He has many tricks here. For example, if rook d8, queen d4, and still this is very annoying. This rook e8 check. So good thing I have this queen e4. Otherwise, I'm worse
Mm-hmm.
because he just pushes his d pawn all the way.
Right.
And I mean here, if he wants to play for winning, if he really wants to play for winning, he should go f3.
Uh-huh.
But I think I have many things here. I can play either knight d3 or rook e8. And here I'm not sure. Maybe it works well for me.
You've got interesting d7,
Knight
rook,
d5.
knight d5.
Rook takes check, take, check, king g2.
But maybe Magnus is not so happy to have his king running on the h3 square.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
up
sure. Not so sure.
I think here, rook e8, and if d6, rook d8. I think I saw this line.
And now he's overextended.
And now the tactics work well for me.
Precisely. Work well for black.
Well,
That's right.
I learned some time ago that I didn't learn, but I just kind of believed some time ago that chess is 95% calculation.
Really?
I think that's what I believe in.
95% calculation, and what's the other 5%?
Probably positional play. But you see, like, for example, this kind of position, you'd think white is just winning with thirds like knight d5. But after queen e6, nothing works for him. So, because if knight f5, just take. And there is nothing.
Nice.
So, yeah, I was kind of, happy that he wasn't very ambitious in the opening today. Because
you played very, very comfortable game, actually. Wesley,
Yeah,
I want to
very
thank you
theoretical.
for joining us, but you actually have a press conference. All
Yeah,
the
you do.
journalists are waiting for you in the media center.
Caruana is just aiming for 7-0 again. Well, I hope not. I'm playing him on round 4, so.
Wesley Carlsen did our battles. Then Aronian.
Caruana, then Aronian. Yeah, I know. It just.
So
But,
you played Carlsen today, and then tomorrow Caruana.
No, Aronian.
Tomorrow.
I play Aronian on round 3.
Oh, and then round 3.
And then Caruana on round 4, and then a rest day. But
Caruana, Magnus,
but
not bad, Wes.
that's. You can look at it the other way. The people say that the way to become the best is by fighting with the best.
Absolutely.
And playing with the best. So, by the way, some preparation I did for the tournament is by reading your book. Very nice book.
Which one?
Best games about
Chess Tools.
No, about the world champions.
Yes,
Yeah,
Chess
I
Tools.
really.
You had some
my
nice
family
stories,
really
huh?
likes that book. Yeah, I have it on my. We actually are gonna ask for your signature, but it's very nice.
No photos, no autographs, please.
Yeah, I find it inspiring during the 1980s that you were playing for a win against people like Kasparov and Karpov.
Sure.
It's just.
Well, it's not only playing with the best, and it's not only competing with the best, but you want to beat the best too, right?
Although you have to be careful.
Although you have to be careful.
Well, it's better to draw than to lose.
Absolutely. Wesley, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great press
Thank you
conference.
so much, and
good luck in the tournament.
yeah, good luck.
Nice start, huh?
Well, not as nice as Fabiano, but
That's true. All right.
okay.
See you later.
See you.